the landscape in Atlanta just shifted in a massive way, and if you've been paying attention to the salary cap gymnastics this front office has been performing, you knew a move like this was lurking in the shadows. It is official. The team is moving on from Darnell Mooney, a decision that sends shockwaves through the roster and immediately transforms the upcoming free agency period into a high-stakes rebuilding mission for the receiving corps. We are talking about a move that clears a staggering $18 million in cap space for 2026, giving this organization the massive breathing room it desperately needs to navigate the legal tampering period starting this Monday. Is this the right move for a team that desperately needs weapons, or are we leaving our star players out on an island? Before we dive into the fallout of this massive roster shakeup, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, share this video with your fellow fans, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a breaking update as we head into the craziest week of the NFL offseason. Let's be real for a second, I'm not here to say, "I told you so." Because at the end of the day, these are professionals with lives and careers, and seeing a talented player get the axe is never the goal. But the writing wasn't just on the wall, it was written in neon lights. When you look at the 2024 season, Mooney looked like a certified home run, a perfect lightning-fast complement to a physical beast like Drake London. But then the injury bug bit, and it bit hard. Last year was a struggle, characterized by a lack of production and uncharacteristic drop problems that left fans pulling their hair out. In a league where, "What have you done for me lately?" is the only metric that matters, an $18 million cap hit for a player struggling to stay on the field is a luxury this team simply cannot afford. Think back to the start of last season. Do you remember the sheer ambiguity from the coaching staff regarding his health? Even leading up to that Week 1 clash with Tampa Bay, nobody seemed to know if Mooney was actually ready to go. That uncertainty hovered over the offense like a dark cloud all year. Now, at 28 years old, he isn't old by any stretch of the imagination, but in NFL years, those injuries start to add up, and his prime is being questioned. He'll find a home, maybe a return to Chicago as a cheap replacement for their departing stars, or perhaps a stop in New England or Tennessee, but his time as a top-tier option in this city is officially over. This brings us to the most polarizing topic of the week and our question of the day. With Darnell Mooney gone, and the wide receiver room looking dangerously thin, should the front office break the bank for a marquee superstar, or should they focus on high-value depth pieces like Jalen Nailor? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm reading every single one of them. The reality is that this move signals a major shift in strategy. With a new front office led by Ian Cunningham, don't expect them to go hunting for a headache player or a massive, league-shattering contract right away. We only have 5 draft picks. We aren't in the top 10 for available cap space. This feels like a bridge year where the goal is to round out the depth and build a foundation, rather than swinging for the fences and missing. But that doesn't mean we're staying quiet on Monday. One name you need to circle, highlight, and memorize right now is Jalen Nailor. Currently stuck in Minnesota behind absolute titans like Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, Nailor has been a diamond in the rough. Despite horrific quarterback play last season, he still managed nearly 450 yards and only a single drop. He is a certified speed demon who can stretch the field vertically in a way that opens up everything for the run game. Insiders are already buzzing that his market will be robust, but because he hasn't been a number 2 yet, his price tag could be a steal, somewhere around $5 million a year. If we can snag him on a 2-year deal, it changes the entire dynamic of this offense. And speaking of the offense, let's talk about the physical identity this team is trying to build. We know the coaching philosophy here. Everything bleeds off the run game. The pass is a complement to the rush. But that philosophy is currently missing a massive piece of the puzzle because, let's face it, the backup running back situation is a ghost town. With rumors swirling that the front office is moving off veteran pieces who want starting money elsewhere, specifically names being linked to Seattle and Tampa Bay, the search for a 1-2 punch is on. Keep a very close eye on Aaron Jones. He's no longer a 3-down workhorse, but as a change of pace back to support our young stars. He's perfect. He still has the vision and the hands to be a nightmare for defensive coordinators. If he can be paired with a guy like Naylor, you've suddenly rebuilt the speed element of your roster without overpaying for a single superstar. Other names like Kenneth Gainwell or even James Conner are likely on the radar as well. We need someone who can handle the 20-yard digs in the red zone battles, someone who can be light versions of our existing stars to keep the chain moving when the starters need a breather. As it stands right now, the depth chart is looking incredibly bare. Beyond Drake London, we are looking at names like David Sills. That is a terrifying reality for a team that expects to win 10 games and take the division. The next 96 hours are going to be some of the most critical in recent franchise history. The front office has the money now, thanks to the Mooney release. But do they have the vision to spend it wisely? The workout was barely over when this news hit the wire, and it's clear the team isn't waiting around for anyone. They are moving with a sense of urgency that suggests a much larger plan is already in motion. We've seen the flashes of greatness, and we've seen the frustration of missed opportunities. Now, with a clean slate and a mountain of cap space, the path is clear. Will this be the off-season that finally puts us over the top? Make sure you stay locked in all week long. We're going to be live, breaking down every single signing, every rumor, and every trade as it happens. The road to the division title starts on Monday, and the Mooney move was just the first domino to fall. Rise up, stay loud. And let's see how this roster transforms before